一応それより素晴らしいなのは制限かけないようにしてコントロールはしないでずっと続く。本当に親しみになる。でそれは結構内山老師の、英語で読んだんですけれども、そのお坊さんとは何かという話があったんですけれども、そのお坊さんとは戒律とかという話は全然してなかったけれども、そのお坊さんの本当の意味は、英語で locomotive of 座禅と言いますけれども、座禅の電車とかは言いますかね。ちょっとわからない。日本語の表現わからないけれども、一番大事なのはそのお坊さんがずっと10年さらに10年さらに10年に座ってて、自分の悪魔とか自分の中に入っている悪い思いとか全部すごい深く分かって、もう恐ろしくないようになって、他の人のサポートになる人、周りの人に本当に連れていくっていうのは本当のお坊さん。で、ちょっと思い出すのは、摂心の安泰寺の摂心は一応、15時間に座るんですけれども、みんなこの間摂心さん、多分去年だったかもしれないけれども、その15時間の、事件としてはいろいろできる。いつもその同じの5日間の作業ですけれども、どれぐらい食事に食べるか、食事の後食べるかどうかという実験すれば、座禅も変わってくるし、コーヒーを飲むかどうか変わってくるし、本を読むかどうかも実験もできる。私自身は結構、朝早く起きてコーヒーを飲む。そしたらその一番最初の5日午中が結構エネルギーが高い、寝ることもないけれども、そのコーヒードラッグを取ったから、もうその次の午中が結構クラッシュになる。だからそのいつもの昼の午中は寝ることも多いし、その昼の後結構がっつりと食べてて、その後はもう一杯コーヒーを飲んだら、もうその夜の座禅が結構いい感じになる。なぜか。で、結構考えたいのは、その昼の午中がもう仕方なく、あまり意味ない座禅というか、寝るとか、あまり精神的なコントロールもできないし、フォーカスもないし、別にやらなくていいのかという思いが結構出てくるけれども、もちろんそのコーヒーを飲む仕方が変わってくるんだったら、そういうコントロールができるかもしれない。もし朝コーヒーを飲まないんだったら、多分その朝の5時間が辛くなるけれども、その朝ごはんの後は良くなるとか、そういうのはできるけれども、必ずそのあまり意味わからない座禅がその15時間の中で必ずあると思う。で、深い質問は、その座禅は何の意味、本当に意味があるかどうか。最初に天蔵やってる人も結構わかると思うけれども、天蔵が忙しいし、天蔵例えば冬では天蔵はずっと摂心が座るけれども、その天蔵の食事はものすごく忙しくて、その前の4時間はずっと料理について考えてしまう場合が多い。で、よく僕聞くのは、その天蔵がでも今回の摂心はダメだったし、そのずっと料理について考えてしまったけれども、それは本当に悪い座禅なのか。多分そのヴィムラ・キルティのやつによると、その別に寝てしまっても、料理について料理ばっかりにずっと考えてても、悪いこととか苦しいこととか、もうこれ安泰寺はもう、やめましょうという考え方があっても、それも正しい座禅と言えると思う。問題はその本当に自分でその座禅の景色が分かるかどうか、本当に見えるかどうか、直接見てでずっと続く その方がいくらでも精神的な制限がかけても、その方が意味があるということだと思う。でそれに対して思い出したのはその谷章の一番親鸞上人の一番、最高の有名な表現だと思う。良い人でさえ救われるのであれば悪い人の救いは、なおさら確かだ。っていうのは一番問題なのは今回は正しいセッションだった。なぜかというとその15時間の中で80% とか 90% は良くて、でもその 10% もダメだったけれども、ほとんど大丈夫。僕はもう正しいとか思ってる人。でも必ずみんながその恨みが持ってるというか、その恨みが知らない、もう自分が正しいと思う人は本当は一番悪い。でその正しいと思ってる人が阿弥陀如来が救われるんだったら、もっと親鸞聖鸞に対して、正しい人っていうのは本当に座禅儀式分かってる人、なおさら救われるのは確かという意味と思ったんですけれども。So the other day a few of you were asking kind of what is it that makes a monk? What does ordination really mean? And this means a lot of different things depending on the place. For myself, I'm not celibate. I eat meat. I've killed animals here at Antaiji since being ordained. I killed chickens. What else is there? Drink alcohol, drugs. I'm not even really opposed to drug use theoretically. So all these things that kind of you would at first glance think, well, these things kind of make a monk, limiting yourself in these ways. Obviously not doing that. And also at Antaiji it's really ambiguous. Like you have this we're creating an environment here where people can walk in the door and only be here 2 weeks and basically be on exactly the same schedule that someone who's been here 4 years or somebody who's been here 25 years is on. You can practice in exactly the same way. So just because I wear a robe and I've been here a little bit longer, we're sharing in the same life, and I'm basically living with maybe the same values as some of you, if not more liberal values than some of you possibly. So what is it that's important? I couldn't speak for all monks, obviously. I can only speak for myself. But what really inspired me the most before I came to Antaiji was something that Uchiyama Roshi, who's kind of the mastermind behind the Antaiji that we're all experiencing now, said, which was that a real monk is somebody who knows so thoroughly the scenery of their own mind that they're not afraid of it anymore. That all the villains, all the bad thoughts, all the discomforting things that are going on in your mind, you make friends with them. So all the voices that are telling you this is bullshit, I got to get out of here, this is just pointless, you listen to those voices and you look at them and you experiencing them, and it doesn't faze you anymore. That's a person who exposes themselves enough to the evil things in themselves for enough time, and can then have such internal stability in themselves that they can sit next to other people and help get them through that same process as somebody that you could call a monk. And when I read that, that was the most inspiring thing to me about going down this road. I thought, that's something I want to do. That's something I want to become. And so that's really, I think, where this chapter is going. Don't discriminate what you eat. Don't discriminate what you think. Don't be afraid of anything you could possibly think. So the thing I was most afraid of probably at the beginning, my first session I did in America was it was hell. It was total hell on a lot of levels. And one of the most psychologically scary things to me was that I saw these monks around me. There were monks who had been practicing at this monastery. I was doing a session for a decade or more, and they were just they were sleeping all the time. And for me, I was so I was so freaked out and I was in so much pain that like sleeping was like the last thing I was ever going to do. But also I kind of had this, personally this fear of like just sleeping through life. Like I always felt like I gotta do something, like I gotta make something in my life. And just to spend all that time like just doing nothing but sleeping was like, felt like being in some kind of weird like Twilight Zone hospital place that was just terrifying. And I went through my first session and I thought I'm never ever going to do another one of these, even if you paid me. There's no way that I would possibly do this again. But then several years later, I was here at Antaiji, and my first few sessions kind of got through with this kind of arrogant attitude of like, oh, this is great. Like I want to become a monk here at Antaiji and become part of the lineage of Sawaki and Uchiyama. That's super cool, and this place is famous and whatever, and I can do this. I made it through a session. It was super hard, but I made it. But then after a few of those, it was like, okay, this is normal, and everybody does these all the time, and it's not so special, and so what next? And it wasn't really clear to me what was next. And what ended up happening was I had like a couple years of just sleeping all the time. So it was exactly what I was most afraid of, was that I would become one of these monks who just like went in there for 15 hours and slept. And that actually happened. And I really had to like spend a lot of time like kind of facing that, like realizing that I just slept the whole time. And like, what did that mean? What did that time mean? Like, what did that even stand for? Am I just really just like wasting my life? And I wouldn't have traded that 2 years. I wouldn't trade that 2 years for anything. Like, I still fall asleep now, of course, but like not as much. Like there was really this phase of just always sleeping. And I really, really value that time now, looking back on it. I think that's what this is getting at. There's this quote here down below this one. It's a really, really famous quote by the kind of father of Jodo Shinshu, true Pure Land Buddhism. So I'm also not an expert in this, and I'll just give a really, really brief version of kind of where this comes from. There's the Tendai Buddhism school where Dogen Zenji started out. It was not this form of Zen which we're now practicing. That was created by him, pieced together a lot of things that he sort of learned later after studying in a Buddhist monastery that was mixing a lot of different practices. One of those practices is saying Namu Amida Butsu, which means hail to Amida Butsu, who is, for our purposes, you could think of it as kind of like what the Judeo-Christian God became. Like, started out as this kind of much more sort of mythological personal figure in the form of Yahweh and Judaism, and then that morphed into this kind of super omniscient force. Or Jesus also made the same kind of progression. Started out as just a regular guy, and then he turned into this Messiah that would save all beings. So for this Pure Land Buddhism, apparently this God, this figure, Amida Butsu, lives in this Pure Land paradise. In a previous life, Amida Butsu was a bodhisattva. He was a regular guy, and he made a vow that when he became a Buddha, when he reached Buddhahood, if you just said his name 10 times, all you have to do is say his name 10 times and he would save you. You'd be saved. No matter how bad you were, no matter what you'd done, all you have to do is say his name 10 times. So there was a group of people at this period of time in Japan who decided to focus primarily on doing that. Like, if that's really true, then we don't need to do other stuff. All we have to do is say the Nembutsu, Namu Amida Butsu. And of that group, there was a kind of very extreme person, disciple in that group who said, well, actually, even saying the Nembutsu, even saying Namu Amida Butsu is like kind of arrogance. Like it's kind of, it means that we don't actually have enough faith. We still feel like we have to actually do something. That person said this very famous thing, even if the good person attains rebirth in the Pure Land, so it goes without question that an evil person will. So usually we think of this from the opposite standpoint. Like, if even an evil person could be saved, then of course a good person would be saved, right? That makes more sense. However, he like reverses that. So what does that mean? Does that mean like bad people people who do really, really evil things are in a better position. There's a lot of interpretations for this, but the way I kind of interpret it is that if you're unwilling to do what this Zen master and the Zuimonki is recommending and what Vimalakirti is talking about in this quote, if you're unwilling to really look at your own mind and deal with all the terrifying stuff in there and accept it and become friends with it, then you're likely to develop a certain kind of arrogance or the feeling that like, oh, I did it. I controlled all this stuff. I got through this session 90% good, 95% good. And you sort of start to think of yourself as a Superman or something like that. And